Welcome back to the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show.
Senior defensive end Maverick Hansen hadn't recorded a sack in over 2 years until this past Saturday when he had a sack and a half against Nebraska. It was a memorable senior day for Hansen, who has had a lot of twists and turns as well as tragedy during his time at MSU. Our Tyler Driesinga sat down with him this week and has more on how his love for this university and his family have guided him through it all.
In the 6th grade, Maverick Hansen spent months pleading with his mother to let him go out for football. Eventually, she relented. There was just one problem.
We didn't know when I signed up, but there was a weight limit at 170 pounds, and I was 220 pounds. I was like really big 6th grader, so I ended up all practices long, I would just be running around the track, and finally about week 8, toward the end of the season, I finally lost all the weight and was able to play, and once I got out there, I started throwing kids around, and I really liked it, so that began my football career from there, and I just took off.
Yes, Hansen really lost 50 pounds that fall, showing early signs of the incredible dedication it takes to reach the level he has at MSU.
Oh, it was a lot of suffering. Mainly like mentally suffering, because I always wanted to eat, I just wanted to eat stuff all the time. And my mom would be like, do you want to play football or do you want to eat this? And I'd be like, well, I kind of want to play football,
Hansen went to high school at Farmington Hills Harrison and originally committed to Central Michigan. But on the morning of signing day, Michigan State called and offered him a scholarship. A lifelong MSU fan, Hansen flipped his commitment and signed with the Spartans.
How much time passed between when they called you and offered that scholarship and when you decided that's who you were going to sign with instead of CMU?
Like a split second. I mean, I could have had Alabama, Ohio State, any of them. I was still that came here. I just love this place. Also, my dad was in really bad health, so I needed to stay in Michigan.
Hansen's father was diabetic and battled complications from a serious leg injury. He passed away last December at the age of 58.
It was a tough time, but I was able to get through it. I knew my brothers had been through a lot more than I had. My oldest brother, he's autistic, and he witnessed it, and he witnessed my dad pass away. And then my middle brother, he was like the father figure of everything and had to take it all in his hands. So I knew what I was going through was nothing compared to what they were going through. So I kind of put my feelings on the back burner to try to support them.
Hansen also says the support of the Spartan program throughout his father's health struggles is something he'll never forget.
Last year during fall camp, he was in the ICU, and I remember there was probably like 2 or 3 practices where they were like, don't worry about football, just go home and take care of, just go home and be there for your family and everything. And that truthfully meant a lot to me, because I knew that my family needed me. I knew that my oldest brother needed me to come home and be there for him while he was going through the hard time, because he was living by himself. Which is definitely not easy for a kid with autism, no matter how old they are.
How has that experience changed your outlook on football and on life outside of football?
Honestly, a lot, because life is so short, and you only have so many opportunities to be around the people that you're around, So I try to just take advantage of every opportunity I get to be around people, and just make the most of everything, because you never know who's going to be gone or what's going to be gone. So you just got to take advantage and be happy where you're at, with what you have.
Hansen's future at MSU is uncertain. He went through senior day festivities last weekend, but has one more year of eligibility left.
There's so much uncertainty just because the whole situation with the head coach and all that stuff makes me question if they're going to want me to come back or not. I would like to come back. I've been back and forth with my mom. We've been talking about it, and she said that I'll know when it's time.
Hansen's mom was by his side for senior day and watched the team win their final game at Spartan Stadium.
It was a beautiful moment, man. Having my mom on the field, just, she was tearing up a little bit, and it almost made me tear up just because I know how much it meant to her. It was incredible to get the win and come out on top, and able to sing the fight song one last time in Spartan Stadium. If it is my last time, I definitely going to remember it for the rest of my life.
If your dad had been able to be there this past weekend, what do you think he would have said to you, or would have thought of your senior day experience?
He would have been very proud. I know, because I haven't gotten a sack in 2 years, since 2021. So I was able to get a sack and a half this past week, and it was a great win. able to kind of contribute and get that win on senior day. He would have just been so proud and happy for me to make some plays and be out there doing what I love and with my brothers and everything. So he would have been so happy, and wish he would have been here, but I know he's looking down, and he's my #1 fan up there.